Hey everybody, it's Jared Johnson again. I'd like to tell you a story. Well, some of you know that in September of 2022, my best friend Dave Taylor passed away, went to be with the Lord. Uh, Dave and I have a lifetime of experiences and stories I could tell, and so I'm going to tell one of those today. This one happened somewhere late 2002, maybe early 2003. I don't have the exact date with me. I was at church one night at Lewisport Baptist Church. It was after the evening worship service, and a situation was presented to me that was a little different than anything I'd ever experienced. I'll say for those of you that don't know me well, one thing I am very passionate about is helping people. God created me and instilled within me a natural and very deep desire and passion for loving people and helping people. And not only do I look for opportunities to do so, but I actively pray that God will place people in my path who need His help. I never know when that's going to happen or exactly what it's going to look like. So here I am one Sunday night after the evening worship service there at Lewisport Baptist, and standing around talking to some people, and a lady that I had known most of my life comes up and asks me, am I working the next day, what I'm doing for the next couple of days, whatever, and I had some free time, so she then presents the following notion to me. There's another woman whom I had not met that was living in our hometown, had been visiting our church for about 6 months. And she just found out that two of her sons were about to be deployed to Afghanistan with the Air Force, so she wanted to see them, before they left. She had no family in the area. She also did not own a vehicle. So they were seeking transportation. Her sons, however, lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is approximately a 12-hour drive from Lewisport, Kentucky. And the lady that I'm talking to that I knew, she tells me, well, our Sunday school class has been taking up money for the past 2 weeks. So we got whatever it was, X amount of money, and we got more than enough money to give you for the gas. We just need somebody to take her. And I'll admit I was a little hesitant. I thought this was a little bit of an outlandish situation, to be honest. And so I asked her, well, okay, when does this lady want to leave? Tonight, right now, as soon as you're ready, was the response I was given. And so I told her, I said, well, hold on a minute, let me make sure I'm understanding all this. And I was, standing there processing it, honestly feeling kind of hesitant, really caught off guard from this, and so I had some questions. I said, I'm not saying that I won't do it, but y'all been taking up money for gas for her for 2 weeks, so y'all have known for 2 weeks. Y'all didn't have transportation worked out. Y'all couldn't have asked me a week ago, or at the very least this morning, so I could go home and get some sleep. I mean, I've been up all day. I've been up since daylight, and now you're asking me to drive 12 hours or whatever it is. And then my best friend Dave comes walking up, and those of you that know Dave will get the joke here. He also was not working at that time. So we start talking and talking the situation over, and finally he's like, well, yeah, man, I mean, if you want to go, if you want to take your car, I'll go with you. And I remember standing there thinking to myself, I can't do this. I just can't. This sounds crazy. I can't. And I felt the Holy Spirit ask me, why can't you? You don't have anything planned the next couple of days. They took up money for gas. You have a car that runs. Jared, why can't you? And as always, he's right. So I said, okay. All right. So Dave and I agreed to transport this lady whom we had not met So we're introduced to her, and I told her, I said, I have one request. I said, if you really want to leave right now, then okay. It's probably going to be safer if I sleep a little bit. I've been up since before daylight, and if we're going to make it there alive, it might be best if I get a little bit of sleep. So my suggestion is I go home, I sleep a few hours, and I come pick you up, before daylight, and we drive out then. And she agrees, to do that. So I go home, I sleep literally a few hours. I get up about 3 or 4 o'clock, go fill the car up with gas, get a bunch of, get a cooler, get some snacks and drinks, whatever. I go pick up Dave, and we're driving over to this lady's house, and we're laughing about the situation that we're in. We're like, we're about to drive this woman who we just met last night. Didn't even know she existed. She only knew we existed until last night. She's about to be in a car with us for 12 hours. So, excuse me. We pick her up, and we start driving. And being in a car for 12 hours with Dave and myself, she definitely had ample opportunity to get to know us and for us to get to know her. So here we are, we're driving along, and we drive straight through, drive 12 hours, drop her off at her son's house. And we were going to just stay in a hotel or whatever, but my mom had reminded me the night before that one of my cousins and her family lived in North Carolina. They lived about 30 minutes away, so we got a hold of them. They're like, yeah, y'all come and stay for the night with us. So Dave and I dropped the lady off at her son's. We drive over and stay with my cousins, and we're laying there that night, going to sleep. I'm on the floor, Dave's on the couch. We're laying there talking, and just talking about the situation that we're in, and I remember telling him, man, I almost said no. Like, I literally almost said, I'm sorry, I'd like to help, I just can't. What if I had done that? What if I had told her no, and no one was willing to take her to see her sons? And Dave being the positive person he is, and not wanting me to metaphorically beat myself up over it, he said, well, man, you didn't say no. That's the important part. We're here. She's with her sons. I said, yeah, you're right, man, but I almost said no. It was bothering me so bad. I was like, I almost told this woman no just because why? Because I wasn't expecting it? Because it would have inconvenienced me a little bit? All it did was cost us a couple of days of time. That's it. And I almost said no, and it just really got my attention. And I told him, she's been visiting our church for 6 months. She doesn't know us. We don't know her family. We don't know her sons. And we just met them. What would it have told her about our church, or about Christians in general, for that matter, if literally no one had been willing to help her? Yeah, that's a big ask. Can you give me a 12-hour ride and then bring me back? I don't have any money to pay you. I don't have a car. That's a big ask, right? I get that. But what if literally no one had been willing to help this woman? And God just really got my attention with, hey, you asked me to put people in your path, Jared. Here's somebody that really needs your help. Here's somebody that needs you. And I need you to serve them. And I'm so thankful that we did do that, and that I talked before about putting our faith into action. That was another example of that. It was another example of God teaching me, you love me, you say you want to serve me, put it into action. And I remember her sons the next morning thanking us and saying, hey, we can't thank you guys enough for doing this and for helping out our mom. And I told them, I said, hey, you're welcome. And if as me, if as my mom, I would want someone to do the same. And I told them, I said, honestly, guys, I know that's what Jesus wanted us to do, and that's all the reason that we needed. And that moment of getting to tell them that, I don't know what difference it might have made in their lives. But it was an opportunity to say, I was happy to help you out, and here's why. And so, yeah, we brought the woman back home, and I'll never forget that situation. And you know, there was a thing where Dave and I had the opportunity to reach out to somebody and to do something for somebody. And, you know, no matter where we are in life, no matter who we are, nearly every day we're going to cross paths with people who need help. We don't always know where someone's coming from. We don't know where they're going. We don't know what they're going through. But we have a multitude of opportunities every week to give something to somebody. You may say, "Well, Jared, I don't have a lot of money. I don't always have a lot of time." Whatever you have, we've got opportunities to share that with people. We've got opportunities to share whatever God has blessed us with. We've got opportunities to share that with people who need it, and that's something I'm thankful that God continues to teach me and continues to show me. So, you're listening to this. I just want to encourage you: look for those opportunities. Look for those opportunities. It's easy to say, "I don't have time. It's not my problem. It's not my responsibility. I'd like to help, but." Instead, ask yourself what you can do. Well, I don't have a lot of money. Okay, do you have time? Do you have some other talents you can give? Do you have some other resource that God has blessed you with? Use that. Reach out to the people around you. Because there's a whole world of people around you who need you and who need something that you have. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Jared Johnson. Hope I see you soon.